The Buffalo Bills playoff drought was epic for many reasons. As we all know, it spanned 17 years, and something I often think about was how they could be so good on one side of the ball and so terrible on the other in multiple years. So in 2012, for example, they were a really good offense. Their offense was humming. In this series, we go over some of the most entertaining and talented teams of the 17-year playoff drought. I figured that now that the Buffalo Bills are good, and now that we're eyeballing a Super Bowl instead of just sneaking into the playoffs.
Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
We finally have some closure on what the drought actually was, and we can look back on it with fond-ish memories. This team was loaded with some all-time great Buffalo Bills players and fan favorites. The Ryan Fitzpatrick-led 2012 Buffalo Bills offense was ranked 8th in the NFL. Fitz threw for 3,400 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions. In the pre-Josh Allen era, this was considered a really good quarterbacking season by Bills standards. And it wasn't just Fitz. CJ Spiller had 1,244 rushing yards, Stevie Johnson racked up 1,046 receiving yards, and this offense also featured Fred Jackson, Eric Wood, and Scott Chandler. They had some weapons. Despite signing Mario Williams, one of the biggest free agents in team history, the Buffalo Bills defense was terrible in 2012. In week 1, the Bills defense gave up 48 points to the Mark Sanchez-led New York Jets, and what was more alarming was their prized defensive end got absolutely manhandled at the line by a fairly inexperienced Jets tackle. Mario Williams spoke after the game saying that there should have been a penalty called on virtually every play, that he was getting punched in the face, basically saying he was manhandled at the line because the Jets offensive lineman was cheating. Instead of taking accountability for getting absolutely whipped on every play, Williams took the low road. Now, we all know how great Mario was in his 4 years as a Buffalo Bill, but this was not a good look. Despite losing to the New York Jets, the Buffalo Bills rebounded in their home opener, beating Kansas City, and then the following week, beating the Cleveland Browns. Weeks 4 and 5, they got absolutely slaughtered by the New England Patriots and then the San Francisco 49ers, bringing us to the Week 6 showdown in Arizona. This, in my opinion, was the greatest game of the 2012 season. With 3 minutes left in the game, the Bills were up 3 and in field goal range when they had Brad Smith throw a pass. Yes, he threw an interception. The Cardinals then marched down the field and Jay Feely drilled a 61-yard field goal with 1:13 to tie the game. The Bills then went 3 and out, taking only 19 seconds off the clock. The Cardinals then got into field goal range, and they must have been feeling pretty good about their kicker, Jay Feely. However, Jay Feely from 38 yards to win the game hits the goalpost. Are you kidding me? The game then went to overtime where the Bills all-pro safety Jarvis Byrd picked off quarterback John Skelton, and the Bills won the game by a field goal in dramatic fashion. Not really, the field goal was like as long as an extra point. The 2012 season also featured the second last game in the Toronto series.
Yes, I have smoked crack cocaine.
The Bills got absolutely waxed by the Seattle Seahawks, wearing some of the ugliest uniforms I have ever seen in a dome that I'm sure nobody wanted to be in. Fun fact time. As I mentioned earlier, the Seattle Seahawks blew out the Buffalo Bills in Toronto. The Seahawks have since made their way to Orchard Park, but it was during the COVID year of 2020 where there were no fans. The last time the Seattle Seahawks played in front of fans in Orchard Park, it was the 2008 home opener, where Roscoe Parrish took a punt to the house and Brian Moorman threw a touchdown pass. Pretty cool. Although the Bills defense had Marcel Darius, Mario Williams, Kyle Williams, and Jarvis Byrd, also rookie Stephon Gilmore, they ranked at the bottom of the league, 26 to be exact. The Bills gave up 48, 52, 45, and 50 points in games that season.
Damn you!
Offenses were cutting through this defense like they were warm butter. 2012 was also the year of CJ Spiller. Before 2012, we saw flashes of CJ Spiller potentially being a game breaker, but he never seemed to put it all together. 2012 was Spiller's best year as a pro. He rushed for 1,244 yards and 6 touchdowns. The guy averaged 6 yards per carry. That, combined with the near 500 yards from a banged up Fred Jackson, made for a hell of a running game. At the end of the day, this team was 6-10. The shortcomings of a poorly coached defense and a limited quarterback ultimately is what led to this record. If the defense did anything this season, the Bills could have easily been 8-8, 9-7. I'm not saying that they would have broken the drought, but they would have came a whole lot closer. Think about it. This team had some all-timers. Stevie Johnson, who had 3 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons. Fred Jackson, who outlasted 2 first-round running back picks. Eric Wood, who is an absolute warrior. Kyle Williams, who has the biggest heart of any player in that era of the Buffalo Bills. Ryan Fitzpatrick, who is an all-time dude that every Bills fan would like to get a drink with. And Stephon Gilmore, Mario Williams, Marcel Darius. This team had talent. Jarris Bird. Shit, I was even a Scott Chandler fan. All in all, this era of Buffalo Bills football did not lead to much team success, but it definitely featured some of our favorite players to ever put on the red, white, and blue. Guys, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments your favorite player from this era. Maybe you have a favorite game. Rank your top 3 Bills drought quarterbacks, or let me know your favorite and least favorite head coaches from the era. Make sure to do me a favor, like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one.